tried to get you to bury people earlier. You wouldn't do it, but that's okay because I have a segment called Shooting Softly, where I ask you to say nice things about some of your colleagues, your coworkers, and maybe some of your enemies that I don't know that you actually hate, and I put you in an awkward position. You got to say something nice about them.
I'm familiar. I'm familiar with the segment.
Yeah, it's not. It gets good
I've been
headlines.
featured.
Yeah, you've been people. I've asked people about you plenty. Let's start with somebody who I know that you like, Marty Bell.
Aw, that's a good one. Oh man, but it's also hard because where do I even start?
Yeah.
Marty is the yin to my yang. She is one of the most selfless people. She's my biggest supporter. She is so hilarious. I wish more people knew how funny she is. Like she can go into any room and make friends with everyone. I actually brought her to one of my cousin's weddings a long time ago. And I knew it doesn't matter that she just knows me. She's going to sit at whatever table. She's going to start a conversation. She's going to start dancing with random people. Like she is a social butterfly. And I feel like she is truly my better half because she makes up for what I lack. I'm more introverted. She's way more extroverted. So I feel like we balanced each other very well.
How about Zicky Dice? He was a fellow that was in the NWA for a while. I know that you guys have hung out a bit.
Zicky Dice. I feel like Zicky Dice is a creative genius, and I feel like he has yet to even tap into what he has to offer. I feel like my man's needs to be signed, first of all, somewhere, because he is just too outlandish to just be sitting around, and he's not just sitting around. He's on Twitch. He's killing it on Twitch. I message him like every other day, like, how do I do this? How do you do that? He is my guru when it comes to Twitch. He's helped me along the way, and he is a great guy.
He's very good at it. When I messaged him last year when I heard he asked for his NWA release, all he said was outlandish. And I was like, you piece of shit. I was like, God damn it.
At least he said outlandish and didn't just put the emojis.
Yeah, exactly. Dixie Carter.
Dixie Carter. I didn't get to know Dixie very well. She was only at like one or two of the tapings that I was at. So I don't really know her on a personal level, but she seemed, from my experience, I will say she seemed to care from the meetings that we had. She seemed like she was like emotionally invested.
A person that we saw you work at Evolve and now in WWE, Shotzi Blackheart.
Shotzi Blackheart has an amazing voice, which now we all know, I guess, because she just put out that song and I was blown away. But I knew this for years because I don't know how long these are supposed to be, by the way. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a couple words.
That can be as long as you want.
So we were at a Shine show, Shotzi, myself, Mercedes Martinez, and Dementia DeRose. Our flights got canceled because of terrible weather. We had Rise the next day in Chicago. Rise rented us a van. We drove 13 hours overnight from New York to Chicago, the four of us, and we kept like taking turns. And I remember waking up one night because whoever wasn't driving, you had to sleep so you could drive.
Yeah.
And so I remember waking up and hearing Shotzi singing Shania Twain. And then I also found out she loves 90s country. I was raised on 90s country. It's the only country I listen to because it's nostalgic. And so I didn't know her mom also like pretty much raised her on 90s country. So we had a bonding moment there, but I knew she could sing. I knew she could sing from that day.
How about Sarah Logan, who a lot of people might not even know that you teamed with an awful lot over in Japan?
Yes, Sarah Logan, my former roommate in Japan. Sarah, oh man, Sarah's wild, which I think people can see now.
Yeah.
Sarah is so funny. I remember, oh man, I have so many stories from Japan. I don't even know where to start. But
that's something we've not even scratched the surface with in our interviews that I want to talk about in the future.
Right? I know there's still so much to talk about. Yeah. Sarah is so funny, and she has one of the most contagious laughs.
All right, there we go. That's nice. Somebody who I noticed you had worked a mixed tag with in the past, widely known as one of the nicest people in wrestling, the Blue Meanie.
The Blue Meanie, yes. All of my experiences with him, which have been few and far between, he's very positive. He seems like such a cool guy. I don't know him very well, but he seems very approachable and very just down to do whatever, which I appreciate.
I had mentioned her a little bit earlier. Shaza McKenzie. I did an interview with her, and I don't think I've laughed that much during an interview.
Shaza, I love Shaza. I miss her. What can I say about Shaza?
Probably your future opponent in WCW 2021.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna run that division. I'll say that. Shaza, I really admire her drive.
There you go. There you go. And then we'll talk about a team that we've seen pop up a lot of places. The Sea Stars, Ashley Vox, Delmi Exo.
So I know Ashley better than I know Delmi just because of NWA. We wrestled together a lot. But I love both those girls. I remember meeting them for the first time a few years ago and taking a picture with them at a random indie show in like Pennsylvania. And I was like, they're so good. They're gonna do great things. And they are, I'm trying to think individually about them. Cause oh man, they're very sweet. They're very sweet. They're very humble. And I feel like I keep saying everyone is funny, but Ashley is very funny. I didn't get to know Delmi as much, but Ashley, when I think of Ashley, I just think of her laughing, just constantly laughing.